Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of TCG Talk, back today with another video. And in today's video, we're going to have some fun. I'm going to give my top 5 outsider predictions going into the new set. This is more just for fun. There's a little bit of seriousness in some of these, and then there's a little bit of just like kind of craziness in others, and I'll kind of like say that as I go through it. The point of this video is to get you all's thoughts on outsiders. Like, I really would love some hot takes in the comments. No negativity, just some fun hot takes. It's always fun to like speculate like this. I think that's like half the point of spoiler season and half the point of like pre-release for anything is being able to like speculate in this way. But if you like this type of content, at the end of the video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe if you want to. If not, it's totally fine. Join the Discord down below if you want. Super active community. It's been really fun lately. A lot of discussion right now, whether you're a ninja player or not. We have assassins, we have rangers, we have guardians even in there. We have dash players, all types of stuff. And then finally, if you're a long-time supporter of the channel and you want to support the channel in a different way, I started a Patreon where you will be able to get access to videos a day early, 9 times out of 10, unless it's like a random video. Hopefully you enjoy that as well. But yeah, we'll get right into it. So you can see them up here. Nothing crazy, not hiding anything. I'm just going to go through these, and then I also want to get your hot takes. Number one, which I actually think is serious, I think Katsu will be the best aggro deck in the format. Is he going to be the best deck in the format? No. And then where does he fall in the tiers? Who knows at that point either. However, I do think Katsu is going to be better than Fi. And I think he's definitely better than Briar already. He's more consistent. A lot of Katsu's consistency issues were fixed. And the thing about the deck right now, even, we've talked about Bonds of Ancestry and how good it is. We've talked about Dishonor. We've talked about Spinning Wheel Kick. We've talked about Cyclone Roundhouse, like all these really good cards, really above rate cards. But there's a list out there. There's a game plan that hasn't even been talked about yet. And I'm not saying I know it. I'm saying like someone has something out there that they're going to show, similar to like the Combo Fi Links thing that happened, where they basically had to ban a card in order to stop it. So I think Katsu's going to have that. I think there's going to be some list out there that just breaks the deck a little bit. And I do think he's going to be the best deck in the format. That's the one point on here that 100%. For me, it's not a hot take, and for me, it's like 100% serious. I think Katsu will be the best deck in the aggro deck in the format. Number 2, Lexi and Azalea both will be S to A tier. So I originally had this as Ranger class will be S to A tier, but then we have Riptide, and I don't think Riptide's going to be that high. But Lexi and Azalea both will be in the top meta discussion for the game. I think Lexi will definitely be an S tier hero once people figure out how to play the deck. Or like what's the best way to play the deck. Right now, Lexi has so many threats. Lexi was already a really good deck, and now she has an insane amount of threats with really significant on hits. Before in her fuse, like Ice Fuse builds, she had like Chilling Ice Veins, even Blizzard Bolt, stuff like that. But really, then she had like a couple like decent like arrows that really didn't have an on hit. But now she literally all her arrows could have an on hit trigger that you probably want to care about. So I think she'll definitely be S tier. Azalea is to be seen. I definitely think Azalea will be in low A tier. I think the deck's nuts right now. Of course, it's just Talishar. It's just like early testing. No one even has cards yet. Just looking at the tools that Azalea got, a lot of her inconsistencies were fixed, and her power level rose. I mean, I'm hitting dominated turns with Azalea that I've never hit. And I'm hitting it several times a game, every game. Like, I'm hitting 11 to 14 dominate 2 or 3 times a game if it's a decently long game, almost every game. And it's not because I'm this amazing Azalea player or like I'm doing everything perfectly. That's the deck now. The deck can just do that. And the fact that she has access to basically 9 Seek and Destroys is also going to help her be able to be super, super efficient and preventing opponents from having 5-card hands and being able to clap back. Just really good deck overall. So Lexi and Azalea both will be S to A tier. I think I don't know how long it'll take post Outsiders, but I definitely think they'll both be in the mix by the time competitive play gets really serious. Number 3, Icelander will no longer be the best deck in the format. This set has a lot of Arsenal hate. A lot of Arsenal hate. I mean, Uziri can destroy your arsenal and prevent you from arsenaling. Lexi and Azalea now can both destroy your arsenal and prevent you from arsenaling, right? We already have like decks like Oldheim, which can destroy your arsenal, right? We have so many decks that are going to be really, really good into basically preventing Icelander from doing what she wants to do. We also have like cards like Dishonor and Katsu that turn off your hero ability if you can get it. So you can run a Pouncing Lynx game plan in Icelander and potentially just turn her hero ability off, which she might as well just quit the rest of the game. So there's a lot of Icelander hate cards in this set, in my opinion, and I think it's going to really hurt her. I think she's going to have some really bad matchups. She's still going to be a top deck. I just don't think she's going to be the best deck in the format, solely because she's going to have to combat so much arsenal destruction and so much arsenal hate that it's going to really hurt her ability to stay consistent. Number 4, Ponder tokens will be treated like gold. Maybe not treated like gold, but I do think Ponder tokens are going to be extremely powerful. When they first were released, everybody's like, draw a card at the end of your end phase. Like, okay, it's not that big a deal. Maybe you get an arsenal, right? Like, I don't think a lot of people were valuing that token outside maybe like Wizard. But I think like for Azalea specifically, for Lexi, and for these other heroes that want to have an arsenal like consistently just to have it, to be able to do things with it, not just damage, but all types of stuff. I think Ponder tokens are going to be super, super useful for the format. And for certain decks like Azalea, it's going to be treated like gold and Lexi, because they're going to be able to, before you couldn't overextend because you wanted to keep an arsenal, right? So like a good example in Azalea is, let's say you have Deadeye, which is a yellow 3-block pitch, and then you have a card like Drill Shot. Let's say you have a 2-card hand, and or not even that. Let's just say you have Drill Shot, and let's say you have Premeditate, which is one of the new cards, which basically gives a arrow +3, and if an arrow hits this turn, you create a Ponder token. So, and you have 2 trigger. You load in Drill Shot, and you draw into a Lace with Inertia, which is another 0-cost buff. Now, in old Azalea or older previous versions of Azalea, you probably would want to buff it once and then Arsenal the second buff, right? So you probably buff it with Lace of Inertia, threaten 7 damage, Arsenal your Premeditate. Really, really good turn. And you still could probably do that. But now, because of the Ponder token, if you want to try to overextend and push a little bit more damage, you can play both buffs, play Drill Shot for 10, and then be able to potentially still Arsenal if they don't fully block that out. So you're able to deal more damage while also still arsenaling. So Ponder is really, really useful, and I think it's something that will see more significance as time goes on. And then finally, the Fabled will be a triple class landmark. This is just more of a tin hat theory. I know there's currently a blank slot in the Assassin, and I would not be surprised at all if we see an Assassin Fabled. But my hope and my tin hat theory is that there will be an Assassin, Ranger, Ninja landmark that works with those 3 heroes. If anything, I definitely think it's going to be a landmark. I don't think it's going to be a gem. I think it's going to be a landmark just because the pits are so iconic and like this setting is so important to the pits. So it's either going to be an Assassin landmark or it's going to be a triple class landmark. That's kind of my thoughts. I don't want to see a gem. I want to see like a fun like Corsham or like a Library of Solana, something that's a little bit more thematic. The gems are really nice, but that's just kind of where I'm at. Also, and this is just my personal opinion, and I understand people might disagree, which is totally fine. I don't like class-specific fables. I really don't. We've had a lot of them, but I wish they would do more generic fables if they can swing it and if it makes sense thematically, because A, it gives more access to play it in more decks, which is more fun. B, it's more collectible because, in my opinion, if you have a generic fable or a fable that serves multiple classes, like for me, Arknight Shard, it's a really awesome card, but I don't play Viscerai enough to justify buying it unless I'm just going to collect all the fables, right? Same thing with Library of Solana, even though I have it because I pulled it, like I wouldn't buy that card outright just because I don't play Prism and I don't play Illusionist, right? But other cards like Corsham, or not even just Corsham, but other fables would be nice. Like Command and Conquer, having that as a reprinted in fable form is really nice because any deck would like to have that, right? And you might not play with it, but it's a little bit more justified spending the money and buying it. So that's just kind of where my thought is with fables. But yeah, my original tin hat theory is it'll be a triple class landmark. If not, I think it'll be an Assassin landmark. I think we're gonna get one of the two personally. But yeah, if you like this type of content, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. If not me, it's totally fine. Go in our Flesh and Blood career, leave a like, comment, subscribe on their stuff. And yeah, I'll see y'all next time on TCG Talk. Thank y'all so much. Have a nice day.